Bitcoin is very likely to hit a new all-time high and to push even higher from here. In today's update, I'm going to show you what we can expect next more likely. We're going to cover the different possible wave configurations. We're going to cover what we can expect next really. So as always, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to smash a like, to subscribe to the channel, to turn notifications. And let's get started. So we are only 1.5% away a new all-time high at the moment. It is it is just insane, right? At the moment, if you have a look at the order flow, we've got a very strong move to the upside. Okay, to expect really a nice big and simply a big continuation here to the upside. What I want to see is simply an increasing of the open interest. You can see here we are getting an increasing of the open interest plus some longs in the push to the upside. You can see here, for example, from the very beginning here, we've got some push to the upside, okay? It tries here with an increasing of the open interest with new longs coming in. We get another increase in price with new longs opening, so a positive delta and an open interest increasing. We get another continuation with an increasing of the open interest. We get another breakout here again to the upside with an increasing of the open interest and a positive delta. I want to see this while moving to the upside. The open interest is still increasing. This is a strong uptrend. What I don't want to see, to class this as bearish, is simply absorption. At the moment, we don't have any absorption on the order flow, okay? So to speak, we don't have any bearish CVD, bearish divergence at the moment. So this is all good for now. It is looking strong. It is looking bullish. We just don't have so much longs at the moment coming in. So it will be cool to get some new ones to fill the market to push higher. Otherwise, it's classed as a bit of weakness and we might get a bit of a pullback, okay? But for now, this small move to the upside here is classed as strong, okay? As simple as that. So on this being said, by checking out the order flow, we can see that this is a really strong move to the upside. So we're going to cover what we can expect next. Okay, so from the very beginning, please be aware of that. We are range bound here. We are in a range, okay, for absolutely, 9 months really. So this is a little long. It is pretty complex to predict. We have many different configurations, but I'm gonna go and cover only the most probable ones. Okay, so I'm gonna add here the higher time frame wave. We have two different configurations. There is no big difference at all. In any case, we're going to look for a wave 5 next. Okay, the only thing that is going to change is the targets to the upside. But in any case, we shall be here if we have to make a new all-time high, more likely in a wave 4, and then this push up for a wave 5. Okay, so between these two here, the two configurations are valid, to be honest with you. I will determine this a little later to say which one is more likely the one to take. For example, are we in the blue and next we're going to do the yellow, or are we already into the yellow wave 5? Okay, I'm going to cover this a little later. For the moment, we're into a wave 5. Let's not really think about this, okay, and let's see what we can get starting the wave 5. So in a wave 5, we can get an impulsive or an ending. Okay, so an ending is simply a wedge to the upside. So normally we shall get here a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We shall get a kind of triangle to the upside. So this is a possible configuration, but this is not the most probable. The other one is simply an impulsive, so to speak, here a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a simple basic impulsive here to the upside, a 5 waves up. This is what we can get in a wave 5. Okay, so if we do have to get 5 waves here, well, the most probable configuration right now is simply this triple wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. In that case, we're going to cover the targets of all of this. We're going to go into the smaller wave, everything really. Okay, but this right now, by checking out the order flow, it seems to be the most probable. Okay, this right now looks really the most probable. We just have a little bit of weakness at the moment pushing up. Bit of the volume is not that much decreasing, but we have a bit of no more longs at the moment coming in the market. So that will be cool to get a few more to really get this continuation higher. Well, the volume is not decreasing that much, to be honest with you, so it's still okay. But some new longs will be okay and will be lovely to push even higher. But yeah, so this right here is the first configuration. This is what I'm going to take mainly for the moment, unless we start getting some bearish data on the order flow. Okay, but at the moment that's not the case. So I'm gonna stay with this. Okay, so this right here is, as I said, a triple wave 1 2 1 2. By the way, I said a double, but no, it's a triple wave 1 2 1 2 and another wave 1 2 here. So we simply have to check at the targets of this right here to the upside, and that is it really. Okay, so to do so, we can go simply and pull the extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top to the wave 2 bottom. And we can add here the wave 3 targets. If you want to learn this, you can go and check out the mooncharts.fr website, sign up for free, and you have some lessons on Elliott Wave where you can learn all of this on the Elliott Wave, the retracement next, what are the targets of the wave 3, what are the smaller wave, everything really you need to know about the impulsive, and all of this for absolutely free. Just sign up, there is no trap or whatever, you will see. Sign up and enjoy, that's it really. But anyway, so here, if you pull the extension tool for this blue wave 3 here, okay, we have the highest probability of going into this 1618, the blue fib minimum. So to speak, normally here, if we get a breakout, we still get a healthy rise and a healthy move here to the upside. We normally have more chance to go, there is this on the chart here, to go into this 1618 at the very least. Okay, don't forget, I don't want to be too bullish or something, but these are still some targets: 200%, 2618, 3618, and the 423.6. I'm not saying we are going to go here, but this is a target. It's here, we have to be aware of it. But for the moment, sorry for this, we normally should go and touch minimum. Okay, we have more chance to go and reach minimum this 1618. So this is an important resistance if we get a break to the upside. Okay, so 82,000 is a big resistance. From here, that is a most probable wave 3 target. We should get a pullback. This pullback here, to determine this pullback, we simply have to check out what was the wave 2, what retracement was the wave 2 here, what percentage really, what fib. So we can simply pull the retracement tool from the wave 1 top to the wave 2 bottom, to the wave 1 root, sorry, or the opposite. As always, if you did not reverse your tool in the tool settings at the 38.2, 50%, 618, 66%, 786, and you can see here that we have done a 38.2. So for a wave 2, this is extremely small, but it is absolutely normal if we see a big rise next. Okay, so the thing is now, after a small wave 2, normally we shall get a bigger wave 4. So normally here for the wave 4, we shall go, if you add the wave 4 targets, normally we'll have the 23.6, 31, 32, the MC fib, the 38.2. Now, as the wave 2 was small, we normally shall go for a bigger wave 4, so normally around the 50%. Okay, so we shall get back to 73,000, but again, to determine this, we have to make sure we are going to stop there. Are we going to stop at a 1618? Are we still going to get a strong uptrend here on the order flow and go and touch the 200%? In that case, they're going to higher the wave 4. We don't know for now. We're just planning this with the probability we're having with a wave. Okay, so retracement here with a nice, well, back test really of the previous all-time high. From here, get another increase in price for the wave 5. How to determine the wave 5 targets? Simply take the extension tool, click first on the wave 1 root, second on the wave 1 top, and the third click will go on the wave 4 bottom. From here, 618, you can add 1-to-1 extension, the 100% to speak, 1618 and the 2618. Okay, so now the thing is, that's pretty cool, but we also can add a bit of confidence because, of course, when we're going to end this blue wave 5, this is going to end the white wave 3. Okay, so we can add simply the white wave 3 target. See where is the confluence on this. So we can add in that case away 3 targets, so to speak, again, the 100%, the 1618, 2, 2618, 3618, and the 423.6. So if we do the lower time frame blue wave 3 here, we retrace, we get a bounce. What we can see here that we have the 1-to-1 extension. That is the most probable target. Well, either we end up here in a swing Philip panel failed auction that will end up here really around the wave 3 1618, the big blue fib here, that is a minimum to reach. Either if we're in a big bullish uptrend, we shall normally go to the next fib of the wave 3, so to speak. We shall get a stop around the wave 3, the white wave 3 here, sorry, 200%. That is around, for the moment, 86,000. Okay, so this is the next big zone of resistance for the white wave 3. And so once you've got the white wave 3 completed again, you can look for the wave 4. The wave 2 here was normal, was absolutely irregular, so to speak, between the, oops, that's not the right fib, wave 4 here, this one here went, you can see we have 73% chance as always for a wave 2 to stop between the 50, 618, 66% exactly where we bounce from. So once you get a regular wave 2, you look for a regular wave 4. So let's say here that we're going to go into the 38.2, the lower fib here, and from this right here we can again take the third click, place it on the wave 4 bottom at the wave 5 target 618. Oops, not that one here. Right there, sorry. 618, that brings us with a wave 5 truncated as top before the wave 3 top. When you're in a very strong trend like this, it is very unlikely. So we look for the next fib, that is the most probable one. Again, don't worry, we'll have the next fib 1618 to 618. It is possible to go and push a lot higher, but if you stay with the most common targets for the moment, this is what we shall do. 100%. Okay, so we can pull here the extension tool again of the green wave 3, wave 1 root, wave 1 top, wave 2 bottom, and we have this nice, you can see here, 2618 of the wave 3, 120 extension here. Okay, 120 extension, 1618 to 2618. The 2618 is never well respected to the dollar, so it will make sense to go a little higher, around 90,000. Okay, again, it is very complex to give all these targets because we need to make sure we stop here, we stop here, we stop here. We're maybe going to go a little higher, stop a little higher, so it's gonna higher everything. But for the moment, if we respect the fibs, if we respect the probabilities, really, this is what we can look for. Okay. But it might change really. In any case, I'm going to be here to update the chart with you. No worries about this. But yes, so that brings us with the top around 90,000. That match with the 2618 of the green wave 3. And so from here, we can pull the extension tool, third click on the wave 4 bottom, and there you go. We have again the 618 truncated wave 5, the 120 extension, double top, or well, yeah, double top, so if the pan fell auction of the previous high. It is possible because we're starting to come around the end of the impulsive move, so it's possible to just top with a double top, for example. Okay, like, you know, this kind of well, 3, 4, and then you have the wave 5 here, you have a kind of double top. Okay, it is something possible we can do exactly the same. And if we have to break through the previous high, get nothing bearish again on the order flow, get a very strong uptrend, we can look for the 1618 or the 2618. So for the moment, the final targets, if you only check out a smaller wave, we're going to see next with a bigger wave 5 targets. So these smaller wave targets come around 98,000 or $110,000. Okay, so now we're going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to add here the higher time frame wave. Okay, the ones right here. So we have now the targets 98,000 and 111,000. Okay, so now if you pull the fib from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top to the wave 4 bottom, so to speak, right here, we move this with the wave 5 targets. That was already here, I think, by the way. Yep, we have the 1618. That is just above the all-time high, so if we're into this wave 5, it looks a little bit less probable to do this. Now, it's not impossible. There are some configuration that we're going to cover next. And the next target is a 2618, around 90,000. 90,000 to 2618 is never well touched. That will be, well, you know, well, simply the double top I was talking about before, or the next push to the upside around a little bit below 100,000 or around there, really, because the 2618 is never well touched to the dollar, so it's a zone really between 90 and 100,000. This is a zone the next big zone of resistance if we have to break through the new all-time high with some really big bullish data. Okay, so this is in case we're in the yellow wave 5, of course. If we're into the blue wave 5, the targets are a little bit different, not gonna lie. I checked this before, of course, but normally, yeah, we'll have something around 81,000 and next 100,000. So, well, really, what I was talking about before, it's really a big zone of resistance between 90,000 up to 100,000. Okay, here at 101, but this is really the next big zone of resistance for the moment. Of course, we're going to update this within, well, we're going to get some new data while we're pushing to the upside. Maybe, you know, the wave 3 here, this big blue wave, I mean, this blue wave 3 here is going to go for a massive extension. We're going to go and hit directly some much higher prices. In that case, we'll have to high everything again. But for the moment, we don't have this data, so we're not going to be that bullish. And so we're going to remain, you know, with some normal wave and with the normal targets we should do. Okay, and we shall reach. Okay, so yeah, I hope it makes sense. Now this was, and this is the most probable configuration, because right now this is what the data on the order flow are saying more likely. Okay, to be honest with you, this is not bearish. There is nothing really crazy bearish at the moment. Just a little bit of lack of longs we're having at the moment. This move up is not really on an increasing of the open interest here at the moment. We are just moving up here, erecting the shorts really. We're taking the short stop loss, liquidating the shorts. All of the, but these are not the really new longs coming in the market. Okay, not some big ones, but it's still okay. Okay, we can still, well, now we just want to get another increase in price with an increasing of the open interest and some longs really in the colors. So yeah, this is the most probable configuration. I'm gonna go and cover now the less probable configuration. The other configuration I was checking before, you know, that we've planned the daily updates, because yes, I did not recorded any update. Just 2 seconds. For well, a while now, you can see here the last update was 5 months ago. It was on Pepecoin, and this was, well, when I sold all my Pepecoin, and we've got a massive crash following this. Can't remember the exact percentage of the retracement, but we did got a massive sell-off next. We did got the bear market really, and so since this 5 months really nothing was happening in the markets, nothing at all. So well, we've got nothing to update really. Okay, everything was really updated here within the live section. You can see every, I mean, 3 times a week I went live really, to, well, you can see 4 months ago, 3 months, 2 months, 2 months, 1 month, even here 1 day ago. So make sure to go and check out these videos. Also, this is very important. I was not really interested in anything on the outs on Bitcoin. I was just remaining patient, time to get some new data, to get some confirmation. Okay, but yeah, so now I'm going to be a little bit more active here into the videos, but this is, for example, here something you have to be aware of. I mean, no, not even now, to be honest with you. We just explored it now, the max target to look for a bigger correction in that. So there is no way to look at this anymore for the moment. The other configuration will be a bearish configuration. Okay, will be simply, just to show you here, will be simply for a bigger triple wave here. Okay, that will be so either for a double EXY, either for an ABC flat. Okay, so to speak, A, B, C, or a double EXY. Just gonna add here some big wave, some white wave here. I'm gonna go with some much more bigger stuff like this. We can go with this, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna add this red. So an ABC or a W, an X and a Y, there is no real big difference, like this. Okay, so what we can look for in that case is more likely this zone of resistance for this. Okay, so we have this one right here, and we also have the one a little higher. So that's why it's not because we go for a new all-time high that we have to look directly for 100,000 plus. We do have some targets before when we break the new all-time high to be aware of. Okay, definitely some targets to be aware of. Again, I'm not saying we will reject these targets, but well, we cannot deny we have these targets, and we have to be aware of these targets. How are we going to recognize we are going more likely to reject these targets or not? Simply by checking and reading the order flow. As simple as that. Again, once more, if you do get here a push to the upside with a massive decreasing of the open interest, such as, for example, like this, okay, with a positive delta and plus, I mean, a volume decreasing here, for example, you get 70, 50, 40. If everything is decreasing, you don't have an increasing of the open interest, but you have a decreasing of the open interest. This is not classed as a bullish move, and it is likely we're going to reject this fibs above here. So it's really a big zone, I'm not going to lie, okay, but this is the big zone we have to be aware of, okay, before the higher targets there. This right here, so the first zone will be really this, okay, this right here, more likely, and this will be here more likely for an ABC flat. Okay, so correction, then a 5 ways down. For what exactly? Well, it can be still for the higher time frame wave 4. Oops, right here it can still be for the wave 4, as it can be for another bullish configuration. For example, a bigger wave 1, a bigger wave 2 again. Okay, this is something possible. It can be also for a bearish configuration. Okay, that will be for a Y wave to the downside, so we can do a double EXY extend Z down. There are some configuration where we are still bearish. Okay, but to not make it too complex with a different configuration on the higher time frame, simply be aware of this. Okay, this kind of ABC flats or WXY. These targets here will be for a bearish configuration, and yeah, we can look for this more likely. Shall we come back below? Simply this right here. Oops, what I click it on. Anyways, we can look simply, for this value high. Okay, if we start coming back below this value high, like this, if we start coming below this value high, we start getting acceptance back into this range. Let's add this on the very bottom there. Okay, if you start getting acceptance back below this value high, so to speak, around 70,000, okay, you start to reclaim this old range, you get acceptance back below and lose the path control. If you start really breaking the path control here, it is looking very, very bearish. Okay, so this is really the first sign of weakness. If we get acceptance below the value high, I mean for higher really, and is starting to look bearish again, so to speak, if we get acceptance back below this value high, if we get acceptance back below, I mean into the range really, and if we really start breaking the path control, I'm not going to lie, this is looking very bearish and is very likely we're going to go back to 60k directly. Okay, but yeah, we can just some few levels to be aware of. Okay, nothing to be worried for the moment about. Just in case, for the bearish configuration, when we can expect this move down to play out, really, this big move down, it is really in case we start breaking the targets I just gave you. Okay, but yeah, if you do get here a break to the upside, you don't get new longs really coming in, or you have some new longs but massively absorbed, for example. Again, if you don't understand what I mean, simply go and check out the website. You have the course and lessons there waiting for you. Absorb simply means when you have some bearish CVD, it means that you do have the new longs coming in. So for example, like this, you have an increasing of the open interest plus a positive delta, so there are some new market order longs coming in. But it means if you have some bearish CVD, some bearish divergence, it means that there are some big limit shorts absorbing all these market order longs, and so the market order longs are unable to push the price higher, and so next the market is going to reverse. So of course, if you're riding with some longs, but everything is getting absorbed, this is not going to rise a lot. Okay, this is going to reverse. So of course, I want to see an increase of the open interest plus a positive delta, but I want to see this without absorption. If you do get this, it is bullish, and we can look for higher prices. Now, if you start getting, for example, a massive rise with such decreasing of the open interest, this is not bullish, and we can look for a possible reversal. Okay, and also, of course, a decreasing in volume. So you have the first line here, the numbers are decreasing. You can see for now it is increasing, so it is fine. Okay, you can see here 70, 90. You don't have like 70, 50, 30, and it is decreasing. Okay, for now it is increasing, so it is fine. We just need a little bit of more longs, and it will be perfect. Okay, so yeah, depending on what data we will get here into this target line in a time, we'll see what if we can look at these configurations or not. But well, for now it is looking strong, so there's no reason to look for this yet. But yeah, we'll have to see what's happening really when we break the all-time high, when we get acceptance above, if we do get acceptance above, and do not reject, for example, the first fib here. But yeah, we need to get some longs filling the market to push higher. Of course, we are going to get a few pullback. Okay, I'm going to go now into the smaller wave. We are going to get a few pullback. This is absolutely normal, because we have to pull back at some point, but it's normally pullback shall go higher next. Again, on the order flow, the tops shall not look bearish for this. This is something you can see live in time only. But anyway, so now let's zoom in a bit. I'm gonna add all of this into the, well, I'm gonna add bearish configuration here and add this right. And so yeah, by the way, for this B wave or for the X wave there, okay, you can look for this configuration number 3 for the moment. So double XY to the upside. In that case, you have an ABC flat. I'm just accepting here. We have some 5 waves to the upside. You have a correction here, not 5 waves in that case for, an ABC flat C wave. So you have a full W here, an X retracement, and now you're getting a Y wave to the upside with a 1618 around 78,000. So 78,000 is really the next big zone of resistance, really. Okay, to be honest with you. And so that will be here in that case into the Y wave, an A, B, C, and that will be here an impulsive or an ending really with a smaller way of leading right now. More likely an impulsive, to be honest with you, but Anyway, so that should go normally around 78,000 if we're in this. This will be really the smaller wave for the B or for the X wave. Okay. So now let's go with a bullish configuration here and simply check at the smaller wave. So with the smaller wave here, I'm just going to accept that this right here was 5 waves. So wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. Okay, I'm just going to accept these are some 5 waves. So we can simply look here for this wave 1, 2. Don't forget the higher fib. Okay, this bigger wave 1, 2, 3. We shall go at least into this 1618. So this is a final minimum normally target for the smaller wave, so the pink smaller wave. Okay, so if you add here the wave 3 targets, you can see we already went past the 1618, so we have all these targets now to be aware of. 200%, 2618, 3618, 423.6. These right here are the targets only for the small pink 5 waves. Okay, so 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so let's take the case that we go, for example, where is this 200%? Yeah, we're taking a high right now, so we have to be aware of this 200%. Otherwise, a 2618. Yeah, maybe let's go with the 2618. Okay. Well, no, you know what? Let's take the 200%, so you see how we can plan the retracement next. Okay, so let's take the case that we are into this wave. Well, the wave 3 is in, just for the example. I'm not saying it is in at the moment, but let's take the case that it is in. How are you going to find a wave 4 target again? Well, first of all, you can check out what was the wave 2. Here it was a very, 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 very big wave 2. You can see when below the 7x6. Maybe hit, yeah, the 85.4, almost 90% here. This is absolutely crazy huge for a wave 2. So on the wave 4, you're going to look for a 23.6 MC fib, max 38.2, but normally you have a lot more chance to bounce from the 23.6 for the MC fib. Okay, so for example here, if you have to pull back from here, this right here is going to be the target where you're going to look for a long trade. And normally, well, if you get the good data, again, I'm not saying you have to long, don't forget, there are no any financial advice. Everything I'm sharing here is for paper trade only and for educational purpose. There is no any, again, financial advice. So you will have to see what's happening there on the order for line of time to make the decision. Okay, but if you have to pull back from here, this is a zone where we can look for a long trade and for another bounce for an increase in price. And this increase in price, if again we're into this big impulsive here to the upside, this full big impulsive, we shall go normally at least around 82,000. So the wave 5 shall do a nice push up with more likely an extension here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm in a QWERTY mode. I'm not English. There we go. So yeah, now of course if you push high, well, you have the 2618 next. What if we push to the 2618 and retrace from there? We can simply bam, pull the retracement tool from the wave 3 top down to the wave 3 root, and again we have this nice highest probability buy zone, full buy zone to be aware of, where we should get a bounce and normally next go for the bigger wave 1618. Okay. But yeah, don't forget the bearish targets too. Very, very, very important. Okay, again, if you want to stay updated, make sure to join the Discord server. You have the link in the description. Very, 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 very important. In any case, I will be live tomorrow morning at, I'm not sure, 10 a.m. Sorry, UTC+1. These days I'm waking up really early. So maybe around 8:30 a.m. UTC+1. I'll, in any case, keep you informed in Discord. So make sure, again, once more to join it. Very, very, very important. And yeah, sorry if that was a bit of a long update, but again, no real wave count update for quite a while now, not gonna lie. So yeah, 5 months with no videos. Yes, we've got some live streams, but not really specific to the Elliott wave. So yeah, I think it was needed. Now we know the different configurations. We know what to expect next, really. We have everything. So, well, next time it won't be that long. Just gonna get rid of this, place the smaller wave back like this, and there you go. Yeah, so in any case, I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, don't forget to let me know down below. If you want me to also, maybe you have some ideas for some videos, really, let me know also. Drop some comments down below, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and, well, normally you should get some good predictions. If you're now really bullish in the bull market, where is some impulsive, They're the most easiest way to trade really and to predict. So well, that will be really funny and really cool. Now yeah, if we're in the bearish configuration, sadly, let me just add this in there. Config 1, well, I'm gonna just name it like this, config 1 targets lowered, well, I'm gonna add the lower time frame here. Perfect. Just added a 4 here. There you go. Well, yeah, if you're in the bearish configuration like this, that will not be that funny, but this will still be funny to trade on the top here. You will get some interesting stuff to trade on the order flow in any case. So that will be funny to trade. That will be interesting in any case. No worries about this. But yeah, in any case, looking forward, more likely right now a new all-time high. We just start getting a little bit of lack of long. Not gonna lie, we have. It's still okay. Well, that would be cool to get some new again, some new now opening to really get these continuations. Why we might get a bit of a pullback on a lower time frame first. But yeah, if we get some new longs, fresh new longs, it's not absorbed. Everything is looking good for higher, and we can look for a new all-time high. Well, more likely what I'm looking for at the moment, more likely to be honest with you. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Take care of it. This is very important, and catch you all in the next update. Cheers.